The Chief of Defense Staff is warning any attacks on security agencies, especially the military, would not go without a response. Lieutenant General Abed Akwa says such responses will be proportionately measured to meet the level of attack against the operatives. He assured residents of Agogo that activities of herdsmen in the area will be brought to an end.
I wish to make these points very, very clear that no attack on a soldier or a policeman or any other security person, we consider that attack an attack on the state. The policemen and the soldiers were deployed under orders of government. So if anybody dared attack them, then they're defying the authority of government. Our troops are here to do a specific job to ensure that this area is rid of this menace. We are here to ensure that everybody can go about their normal duties without fear. Our area are mostly farmers. They depend on their farms for their livelihood. If you rear cattle and you depend on cattle for your livelihood, you cannot use the animals to destroy somebody's farm.
Now, the new Ashanti Regional Commander, COP Ken Yeboah, also revealed that quite a number of the perpetrators of the recent shooting have already been arrested.
Ene adwumapa ya yenti sesei yetimi akire enipa enson enipa enson no emu enan eye won a omudi saa awudie no etuto etuo ni niamaniama de ma won se omomfa ni etutrasem ena obakon a oka ho no eye obi ono soso yato tu amane se koton nanka ono soso eba beka enipa enan na echi wo mo ho nanka o makodi saa ensemone no na omo ye nipa enkono na yenyamu nson aka mienu a yegusu a yehwehwe.
So what he's basically saying is that their investigations have led to the arrest of 7 persons, 4 of which are responsible for the death, and the rest are those who financed the purchase of the ammunitions that were used in the killing of those security personnel. 2, he says, are on the run. So they're basically looking for 9 persons. 4 have been arrested. 7 have been arrested, I beg your pardon. 2 are still on the run. Now, for her parts, the Queen Mother of the Agogo traditional area, Nanafra Kumakusi Obuedum, charged the government to investigate the former Ashanti Regional Commander and if found culpable, be punished to serve as deterrent to all others. Away from security, trapped in a man's body with a woman's mind. Well, that is the story of a 26-year-old man here in Accra who has gone all lengths to change his sex from male to female. The 26-year-old hairdresser says insult about his or her feminine features, his feminine features at the time, compelled him to do what he did. He says he now feels accomplished after going through a hormonal replacement therapy and a series of surgeries to change his gender fully. Maxwell Agbaba caught up with him or her in the Accra suburb of Medina and has come through with this report.
It is a hot afternoon inside the Medina market. The loudspeakers here are blaring out loud sounds. I've met the man who now wants to be called Angela Coleman. He's wearing high-heeled shoes as he walks through the market, well wrapped like a woman. He draws a lot of attention now, but he's not bothered. He tells me he's used to the many heads that spin anytime he goes to town. Now seated in a chair with her visible love tattoos, heavy makeup and pink painted lips, He told me insults about his feminine features compelled him to change his gender and walk around in women's clothing.
And one day, I just wake up from bed and I called my grandmom, and I was telling my grandmom that the way I am, I don't like it. When I go out, a kind of insult and stuff, people call me certain names that I don't like it. Also, I went to Spain. So I went and meet one of my people over there, and I was like discussing it with them, and they said, okay, if you are interested to do it there, they can help me to do it, to start doing the process. So they gave me homo drugs to take. So I was on drugs. I was taking the drugs like 1 year now. It's changed the system. Yeah. So I was on the drugs like 1 year. After 1 year, I booked it for my surgery thing. I was even thinking, say, I will not come back home again. That's the end of my life. But after everything went through, I was like a normal person back. So I just came to Ghana back to meet my parents, and they were all like proud of me. They were all happy. My grandmom was very, very, very happy about what I did. So that's the way the thing was going. Yeah, they removed my manhood. Yeah. I was not happy, like the way I said, I was not happy, and the kind of insult and the kind of names people has been calling me, I was not happy at all. I was not happy at all. Yeah. And everything that I do in the house doesn't look like a man. The way I walk, the way I talk, the way I greet, there is nothing shows that I'm a man. I'm a complete woman. So I have to go for the surgery so that I'll be free. It's normal now. I'm not facing those kind of problems now, but a lot of insults are coming out, but I just enjoy it. Yeah.
Angela Coleman, as she chooses to be identified now, says she's hoping to get married to a white man. Black men, she says, do not meet the cat.
Yes. I don't like black men.
You don't like black men?
No, nothing. I can go out with a black man, but I don't have any feelings for black man. Yes.
So you're looking forward to getting married to a
white man very soon. I'm on drugs, but we are trying to arrange. If someone is talking bad about it, me, I don't support that, because it's me and it's my body that I'm using it for. It's not yours. So if I want to do anything with my body, it doesn't concern anyone. Maybe the person is going, the person has not even touched you or talked to you, and all of a sudden you just attack the person. I don't feel okay, and I don't like it too. Because I have never ever insulted you, but you started calling me names and stuff. So if me, I don't control my heart, I will definitely refer it back to you. But me, when you insult me, I will never talk, I will just pass away. But when you attack me, I will make sure I will deal with you with the law. Yes. I'll just go to the station and report it about it. This is how I am, this is my nature, and someone is trying to bring me down. I'll just report to the police and they'll get you.
How close are you? How close are you?
We are closer than the word close. Actually.
I've now met Angela's closest friend in an alleyway where she resides. Malaika, as the man chooses to call himself, says he supports whatever makes his friend happy, including his transition from male to female.
The only thing I can say is they should just mind their own business, because she's minding her business. That's her business. They should stop, poking their noses into other people's businesses. And if they do that, I think the world will be a better place.
Okay.
And there's this thing in the Bible that when you have a problem with your right hand, you don't cut it off, but you just clean it. Yeah, when you're a kid, that's something, you don't cut it off, that kind of saying. So, you just have to endure it.
Okay. So tell me, what kind of sister, should I say sister or brother?
Says he is my brother, but now she is my sister.
I am back in the market where I have the brother of the 26-year-old hairdresser. He says his family endorses the transition.
He goes to school. People are saying she's a woman. Insults a lot. So we just decided and we came out with this. What it will help the system. And we said it's good. It's his own good. So we can just do what he wants. So we've done what he wants for him. So we are proud of him. We can't throw him away.
Angela Coleman says insults from people within her immediate environment compelled her to change her sex from male to female. However, it remains to be seen whether they will accept this change. Maxwell Ababa, JoyNews.
Away from that, let's deal with some security issues now. Fear not. That's the assurance from the Inspector General of Police, David Asante-Apietu, as his office begins intensive investigations into possible links between terrorist groups ISIS and ISIL, and 3 Ghanaians arrested for illegal possession of explosives. The suspects were arrested by the Odoko police and are currently assisting in investigations. It is unclear what they had planned to use those explosives for, but JoyNews can confirm that as many as 7 hand grenades were seized from the suspect, one of whom confessed to having links with ISIS. The Inspector General of Police, David Asante-Apietu, says intense investigations have begun to establish further details.
In charge of Public Affairs Department, that the police have seized some objects believed to be explosives. Let me state that we believe the objects to be grenades of some kind. An investigation is underway to quickly establish the nature of the objects seized. I wish to assure you and all Ghanaians, as well as the international community, to remain calm as we investigate this matter of police seizure. The seizure is a result of police intelligence-led operations, and we are working together with the relevant agencies to get to the bottom of this matter. Our investigation seeks to answer questions such as whether these persons are terrorists, whether they have linkage with any terrorist group, how they obtain the objects, their sources, the potential allies, and many more. Scores of investigators and specialists have been dispatched to various locations, and we are treating this matter with all the seriousness it deserves. Investigators have now made a total of 3 arrests of persons whose names and nationalities would be confirmed. I would like to thank the public for their assistance and for remaining calm. We are also appealing to any member of the public who has information to contact the police or call 191 or 18555. Once again, let me assure the public to remain calm as police work together with the relevant agencies to get to the bottom of this matter. Thank you for your attention.
IGP David Asante-Apietu there. Now we understand that the gentlemen who were arrested yesterday have been processed or have been put before court. We cannot independently verify that information. By the way, Ohime Teria joins me on the line. He has some information from some sources. Ohime, if you can hear me, what more do we know about this incident?
Thank you, Gifty. What I've been picking from police sources indicates that the 3 suspects, Ismaili, Ali, Musa, Abdul Karim, and then Osman Alasan. These are the 3 suspects. They have appeared before an Accra Magistrate Court at 3. And a while ago, the police prosecuted, according to sources, asked the court to remand the accused persons into police custody to enable police carry out further investigations because according to the police prosecutors, these explosives belong to the Ghana Armed Forces, so they want to carry out further investigations to establish the otherwise of this particular claim. And the court granted the police the wishes of the police, meaning that the accused persons would reappear before the court on January 30th.
Just a quick one. Did you say that the grenades belong to the Ghana Armed Forces?
Yes, that is what the police prosecutors, according to the police sources, told the court today, that they suspect the explosives are part of the Ghana Armed Forces ammunition. So they want to carry out further checks to establish whether indeed they are part of the Ghana Armed Forces ammunition or not. Right. And so that is how come they were remanded to reappear before the court on January 30th to enable police carry out further investigations.
Okay, so do we know when, so they go back to court on January 30th. Apart from that, do we know any more information? Do you have any more information?
Not at all, Gifty. According to, this is what the police sources have been telling me. Beyond this, they are tight-lipped on this particular incident because they say that because it's under police investigations, they wouldn't want to give more information, and that the plea of the three accused persons were not even taken in court today.
Do we know anything about these gentlemen?
Not at all, Gifty. According to the police source, they are Ismaili Ali Musa Abdul Karim and then Osmani Alasan. They gave only their names, but as to what they do for a living, where they live and what they have been up to, the police source would not comment on that, except to say that we should give police ample time as they begin investigations into the matter.
Right, Ohime, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that information. Ohime Interior there giving us some information from sources within the police service. Like I indicated, this is not a report that, it's not something that we're going to see, but of course we trust our sources. Ohime Interior with that information there. We'll bring you some more on it as and when we have information. You're still watching The Pulse with me, Gifty, and up here. Take a very quick break. I'll be back in less than 2 minutes. Please don't go away.